Students will study the second part of the second model, that is three-phase circuits. Before going to the actual method, we'll study what is meant by three-phase system. Usually we know that the generator is having the three-phase windings. That generator will produce three-phase voltage. These voltages are 120 degree electrically apart, and the magnitude and the frequency of all the phases are same, but their phase difference is 120 degree electrical. Then we'll see what are the advantages of three-phase system over the single phase system. We will see one by one. The first point is usually the output of the three-phase machine is greater than the single phase machine of the same size. Usually the 1.5 times greater than the single phase machine. For the given size, the voltage of three-phase alternator occupies very less place, and it has less costly as compared to single phase machine. Usually in case of transmission and distribution, three-phase system needs very less copper, less conducting material as compared to single-phase system. The third advantage is it will produce the rotating magnetic field with the stationary coils by using the three-phase system. Usually the three-phase motors are self-starting. That's why three-phase motors are used in the industry. And in case of the single-phase system, the instantaneous power is depending on the time, and the fluctuations are based on the time. But in case of three-phase system, the vibrations are considerably less as compared to the three-phase system. Therefore, the performance of single-phase motors are poor, but the performance of three-phase motors are better as they are having the symmetrical three-phase system. Then the next advantage is in case of a three-phase system, we get the steady output as compared to the single-phase system. The three-phase output is stable or steady, and the single-phase supply can be obtained from the three-phase. One phase we can take independently from the three-phase. So from the single-phase supply can be obtained from the three-phase, but from single-phase we cannot go for three-phase system. The power factor of the single phase motor is poor as compared to three phase, and for converting machines like rectifier, the DC output voltage becomes more smoother as compared to single phase. Therefore, usually the universally accepted three phase system is widely accepted in the world. If we go more than three phase, it will create some complication. Therefore, universally accepted three-phase system is used throughout the world. Now we'll see how the three-phase system or three-phase electromagnetic fields are generated by using the three-phase system. As already you know, in case of three-phase system, three equal voltages of same frequency, they are displaced by the 120 degree electrical. The rotating magnetic field EMF will be induced in each winding in each phase as shown in the figure. There are three coils, A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2. These all three coils are rotating in anti-clockwise direction. Each coil is separated with a 120 degree electrical. So that is shown in the figure. So you can see EMF is generated in the first coil, A1, A2, okay, EMF is generated in the first coil. It is a thick line, whatever is shown. And B1, B2 is the second coil, which is 120 degree electrically apart from A1, A2. So you can see that EMF is induced. See, this is the EMF is induced. The EMF is negative. EMF is negative as compared to the A1, A2, okay, which is 120 degree electrically apart from the A1, A2. Then if you see C1, C2, this is 240 degree apart from the A1, A2 and 120 degree from B1, B2. So you can see at this instant, if you see its magnitude, this waveform is EMF induced EMF waveform of C1, C2. The magnitude is positive, but it is decreasing. It is decreasing towards the negative direction. This shows the three vectors, they are electrically apart from each other. That diagram will show. This is as I explained, this is given in vector diagram as shown in the vector diagram. EMF induced in A1, A2, the equation is EM sin omega t, B1, B2, EM sin omega t minus 120 degree, and C1, C2, EM into sin omega t minus 240 degree, as they are. Now let us see what we mean by phase sequence, how we nomenclature the phase sequence and how the phases are indicated in the three-phase system. Usually A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2 are the nomenclatures. The three-phase sequences are used namely as ABC or RYB or 1, 2, 3, any nomenclature they will use. If the sequence is RYB, it is usually considered as a positive. If it is RBY, it will be considered as a negative. These are the indications of the phases. And as far as the phase sequence is considered, here what happens as it is shown in the figure, if the EMF EAB, if the EMF is induced from A to B, if it is EBA, then it will be EMF will be induced from B to A. So as far as the magnitude is concerned, the sign is concerned, as it is shown in the equation, EBA is equal to minus of EAB, exactly opposite as far as the direction is concerned. It is true in case of current also. If the current IAB is flowing from A to B, then if you say IBA, it is flowing from B to A, so the magnitude will be IBA is equal to minus of IAB if it is coming from the reverse direction. So as far as the three-phase systems are considered, they are well balanced systems having the equal magnitude, equal load also. Okay. Now we'll see what is the relation between line and phase values as far as the two connections. One is star connection and delta connection. We'll see. First, we'll see what we mean by star connection. If three phases R, Y, B, if they are connected like this is the connection diagram of star. The middle point is called as neutral point. It is R phase, and it is Y phase, and it is B phase. Okay, three wires are connected in this fashion, star fashion. All the three ends of the three phases are connected to the common point, that is called as neutral point. Usually it is connected to the ground. Okay, here this is called as three-phase four-wire system. The fourth wire is your neutral wire, which is usually connected to the ground. Its vector diagram is also shown. All the three phases are 120 degree electrically apart. Now we'll see what we mean by line voltage and what we mean by phase voltage. Usually the line voltage, this is the vector, the voltage across the phase winding is called as the phase voltage. That is, one is in between the one phase to the neutral wire is called as the phase voltage. In between the two lines is called as the line voltage. You can see here, voltage between any two outers is called as the line voltage. Suppose if the R line is there, Y line is there, the voltage between RY, that is ERY, is called as the line voltage. But if you take the voltage across one phase to the neutral wire, it is called as the phase voltage. Okay, this is the difference between line voltage and phase voltage as far as the star connection is considered. Then the equations are also written as per the vector diagram. ERY is equal to ER minus EY. Okay, the vector sum is taken. Then ERY is equal to square root of this. Then we got line voltage ERY is equal to root 3 times of E phase. How we got this? As per this formula, ER and EY are the phase voltages, EP and EP. Then if you take the EP common, then into 0.5 we get root 3 of EP. So it indicates that line voltage is root 3 times of phase voltage. Okay, this is as far as RY is concerned. Similar equations can be derived from YB as well as BR. So what we can see from this derivation is the line voltage is root 3 times of phase voltage. EL is equal to root 3 times of EP as far as star connection is considered. And one more point you try to remember, in case of star connection, line current and phase current both are same. So the first point is, in case of star connection, line voltage is equal to root 3 times of phase voltage, first condition. Second condition is line current and phase current both are same. Line current and phase current both are same. These are the two conditions as far as the star connection is considered. And here power output can be calculated by using Vp, Ip, cos pi, and the total power can be calculated as root 3 VLIL cos pi. Okay. So here you can see that 3 phases are there. That's why 3 is considered 3 EP IP cos pi. EP in case of star connection, in terms of line, what happens is EL by root 3. Okay, EL is equal to root 3 of EP. Okay, so that's why the EP is replaced by EL by root 3. Then IP is equal to IL as usual. So this becomes root 3 EL IL cos pi in case of star connection. Now we'll see what to mean by delta. Apparent power is also calculated. This is the delta connection where all R, Y, B 3 phases are connected to end. End to end these are connected. This is the vector diagram shows. There is no fourth wire coming into picture in case of delta. Okay. Again, the current equation is taken here. The most important point as compared to star here is, here line current and phase current both are different. Line voltage and phase voltages are same. Here line current is equal to root 3 times of phase current. Okay. So in case of star connection, line current and phase currents are same. The line voltage is root 3 times of phase voltage as per the connection. But here the line current is root 3 times of phase current, but the voltages, line voltage and phase voltage both are same. That is derived in the equation as I will show you. So IR is calculated, then the equation of the IR is given here. Then substitute and solve this equation, you will get the line current is equal to root 3 times of phase current. So it is in case of R phase, Y phase, B phase. In delta connection, the line current is equal to root 3 times of phase current. So the power is also calculated as per the equation. So one thing what we can say here is, in case of delta connection, the line current is root 3 times of phase current, but the line voltage and phase voltage both are same. Let us see the one more important in a 3-phase system is 2 wattmeter method. This 2 wattmeter method is used to measure the 3-phase power. So here what happens, this is the current coil and voltage coil. Only 2 wattmeters are used, W1 and W2. They are used to measure the power. Okay. So here what happens is the balanced load is connected across this. So what is the equation of that and what is the vector diagram of that, we'll see here. So in this, as per the vector diagram, the VRB and VYB are written. Then the equation of W1 and W2 are written. W1 is VLIL cos 30 minus pi, W2 is VLIL cos 30 plus pi. Okay. Then W1 plus W2 if I add, so cos 30 minus pi plus cos 30 plus pi, if you solve this cos A minus B cos A plus B, if you do this, then you will arrive into this equation, that is root 3 VLIL cos pi. So W1 plus W2 is equal to root 3 VLIL cos pi. Okay. So these two numericals will study later. Before going to that, I will tell you what to mean by one more equation I am going to derive you, that is the determination, how you determine the power factor of the 2 wattmeters. So here as you calculated W1 plus W2, you calculate W1 minus W2, okay, as per the equation, VLIL cos 30 minus pi and cos 30 plus pi like this. Then W1 minus W2, you will get VLIL sin pi. Then what you have to do here is W1 minus W2 divided by W1 plus W2, if you do tan pi by root 3 you will get, then you will get pi. So this equation is very important for the problem. Pi is equal to tan inverse W1 minus W2 divided by W1 plus W2. So you require this formula in case of the power factor connection. The cos pi is equal to, they may ask you the power factor, they may ask the angle also. What do you mean by pi or what do you mean by cos pi? So remember, this is the most important formula, the power factor formula. Cos pi is equal to cos of tan inverse W1 minus W2 divided by W1 plus W2. So this shows that in 3-phase circuits, the 2 wattmeters are sufficient to measure the power. Then what is W1 minus W2, what is W1 plus W2, and what is the power factor equation we derived from the 3-phase system. In the next video lecture, we are going to deal with some of the problems on 3-phase circuit. In that problem, these formulas are very much helpful for you. That is the power factor formula. Based on that, you may get some of the numericals in the exam. So next part we will discuss in the next video lecture. Thank you.